Does it feel like no matter how much you draw, you're just not getting better? Or like you're lacking talent in art? I've been there too, spending countless nights trying to improve, pouring my heart and soul into every practice session, only to draw even worse the next day. To be honest, I just felt stuck, and I envied those who are talented enough to improve much faster than me. If you are feeling this way, there are a few things you should hear, starting with... The more I learn art, the more I realize it doesn't get easier. The deeper you go into this art rabbit hole, the more you realize just how many different things need training and polishing. So I'm here to tell you that even if you are struggling 99% of the time, that's normal. This must be why it hurts so much to see talented people online posting their gorgeous artworks, right? Well, yeah. But we don't see their struggle. We can't experience or see how much they struggled making that piece, let alone how much they struggled getting to that point in artistic skill. But here's what I really want to say. If you're watching this video, you've likely already done something many people never even attempt. You've taken a blank page and brought something to life. A character, a building, an animal, anything. Here's what I believe. That alone is proof of artistic talent. Yet, so many artists undervalue themselves. They compare their day-to-day progress with what's online or what the pros do, and forget that making it this far is already quite a substantial achievement. So by talented, who do I mean by that? I mean you, the one in a million that can bring something to life with a mere pencil. And I don't mean to say that to diminish your effort or anything. I think especially people with talent need to put in lots and lots of effort to not fall behind. So first, give yourself some credit. Struggling doesn't mean you're bad. Everything worth doing comes with a struggle. Friends, what are you aiming for with your art? If you couldn't answer in that time, it is very likely that you don't actually know it well enough, but why does that matter? Don't you always say you should just draw for fun if you want to? Well, yes, exactly. I think drawing for fun is a valid aim. Just like how becoming a pro designer and making a comic are also valid aims. A lot of artists feel stuck not because they're bad or they're talentless, but because they're practicing without a clear target. Drawing just to get better is too vague. You need something specific, and the more specific the better. The correct path towards satisfying improvement lies within knowing what you want to draw. For example, instead of wanting better anatomy, aim for something like better anatomy in tougher poses that also convey more emotion. That's something I've been trying to do instead of, the usual. Without this direction, improvement feels random, and that leads to frustration. Why isn't my art improving, you might say, despite the fact that you did improve, just not in the way that's easy to see and or in a way relevant to what you actually care about drawing. Personally, with my art, I want to tell stories that people discuss, argue about, and feel over. And once I figured that out, I started looking for ways to actually improve that specific skill and storytelling through art. And this is where Skillshare comes in, who's kindly sponsored this video. As I mentioned just now, my biggest dream with art is to tell stories that invoke deep emotions within people, and that's not easy. Luckily for me, I had Skillshare, an online learning platform with a huge range of classes, not just in drawing, design, and animation, but also things like video editing, business, and more. No matter what you're trying to improve at for your workflow, there's likely a structured class for it on Skillshare. And of course, there was a class specifically for manga storytelling, Tell Your Story with a Manga Method by Nao Matsuda, a pro mangaka published in Japan. And honestly, the amount of value in this 22-minute class was kind of insane. Wow, just writing this though, I can already see the story coming together so well. And the next part of my story is going to be very reliant on this kind of storytelling, so this was very, very useful. What an awesome learning experience. That was genuinely fun. In the 3 hours I spent total taking the class and doing the project, I learned more about storytelling skills and structures than I ever would have just figuring things out on my own. What I loved especially about this class in Skillshare is that many instructors provide materials or templates that really help the learning process, and the reason why this class was so easy to follow and learn from was that I could jump straight into applying what I've learned and actually doing the project. And the result was this, an entire story told in 12 simple panels. I cannot wait to apply these new skills to my other projects as well. Skillshare is the best place to further your creative skill or pick up a new hobby entirely. If you're looking to reconnect with your creativity and maybe avoid the ever-present brain rot nowadays, Skillshare is where humans come to learn from other humans. And the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. This is the best platform to learn directly from the pros and apply what you've learned at the same time. So if you're looking to improve not just your drawing, but your overall skills as an artist of any medium, definitely check it out. Today, the resources for learning art are, to be honest, quite insane. Tutorials, reference libraries, online courses, and even communities. Do you ever think about how hard it would have been back in the day to even find a person interested in art like you, let alone good enough so that they can maybe teach you at the cost of your entire life savings? Art communities are underrated, guys. The internet really was one of the greatest inventions of all time. Think about it, in eras gone by, artists had to struggle, figure a lot of things out by themselves, and pass knowledge along slowly. Not even close to what we have now. And sure, you can make the argument that limitations breed creativity, and that diamonds are made under pressure. And yeah, you'd be very correct, but the reality is, right now, it's much, much easier to become, if not a diamond, at least a gold level artist. If you're feeling stuck, trust me, there's something out there that will help you. Try different methods, different tutorials, maybe try learning from a different teacher or a different website. It's just a few clicks away. What's the worst that could happen? So, what are some of my Oh, would you look at the time? For me, Chomeng's channel is the GOAT of technical art tutorial channels. If you haven't seen a video of his, please check them out, especially the ones for drawing faces and heads. I'm glad I was born Korean so that I can watch his older videos with no subtitles. Something I don't see mentioned often enough. It's perfectly fine if art is just a hobby for you. You don't always have to push yourself to improve or measure your progress against anyone else. And easier said than done, I know. Who doesn't want to be better at what they like doing, and who doesn't compare themselves from time to time? But at the end of the day, what matters most is that you're enjoying the process. Not only that, but reward yourself every once in a while by drawing things that feel comfortable and familiar. These will be the pieces that remind you why you fell in love with drawing in the first place. There may be no growth in the comfort zone, but also consider that there is no comfort in the growth zone. And what do many people have a hobby for? Well, comfort. This is why I always emphasize the importance of both challenging yourself, but also making time for drawing what you want. But wait, here we go. I'll do you one even better. Find comfort in the struggle. Find enjoyment in the struggle. As I said earlier, nothing worth doing comes without it. So if you're ever feeling stuck with your art, just know this. It's absolutely normal, and you might just need to figure out what your true goal with art really is. And once you figure that out, it's highly likely you will find something out there that will help you. But also, as always, don't imprison yourself to just those resources. Hey everyone, thank you as always for watching my entire video. You're one of my most loyal audience members, and for that I thank you kindly. I just had one announcement to make. Channel memberships are open. I've made some emojis that you can have next to your name and in the comments under my videos, and also some perks like access to some art that I don't post anywhere else, polls for upcoming videos, early access to new videos, and of course shoutouts at the end of each video. And there are some perks that I haven't mentioned, so check it out if you're interested. And there are some people that I wish I could just give this for free to, but I don't think there's a way, sadly. Shout out to you guys anyway, Oinkers YT and Moose Dog 2. I love you guys. And in this video, I hope you guys were able to learn a few things about art progression and mindsets you should have. But if you're interested in some things that you should avoid in art, please check out the video on screen right now. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.